Well, welcome to this Harford Sports Showcase event on Harford TV. I'm Don Morrison. Tonight, beautiful night at Fallston High School. It's the Fallston Cougars hosting the Milton Wright Mustangs in a varsity field hockey match between two arch rivals. Milton Wright from the 2A division, Fallston from 1A. These two teams, Janice Gill Rhodes. I got both names in. My partner Janice Rhodes will introduce her in just a moment. But this game is a game where Milton Wright has a lot to prove, a lot to maybe come up. Fallston, on the other hand, a team with lots of returners, lots of starters coming back, a team that really has aspirations of maybe going to the state playoffs this year. What do you think?
Absolutely. I think they're starting the announcements here. But at any rate, yeah, I think this is going to be a very exciting game. I was talking to Coach Kelsey Lovelace recently, and she and her team are coming off a really big win against North Harford.
Yeah.
And I think coming into this game, that really set the tone for them. They're excited, they're ready, they're focused. I bumped into some of the players, and they were just projecting a lot of confidence, which is great coming into this game.
Milton Wright being introduced. By the way, that's number 77, Autumn Rutkowski, young lady who's a sophomore, but they tell me she's a Division I prospect already as a sophomore.
She definitely is, and this is another player coming out here. Tressa Will, also a sophomore, same
Number
thing.
3, yeah, you look at that Milton Wright team, they are replete with sophomores and juniors and younger people. They don't have a lot of players coming back. They're a team that's sort of learning on the go, but as a coach who has coached young girls for a long time, you get, you may be a freshman or a sophomore in school, but in field hockey experience, you're much more than that.
Absolutely, yes. The two girls that you mentioned, they were starters last year as a freshman on the Milton Wright team. Both of them were major impact players, and so it really didn't matter if they were a freshman or a senior. They did their job, and they did it well.
Milton Wright in the white visiting uniforms. Peyton Gosman, number 7. Olivia Fox, number 14. Morgan Thomas, number 44. Tressa Will, number 3. Josie Mooring, number 12. It's Reagan Whiteman and Venizelos, sorry there, Reagan, number 13. Alexis Faber, number 24. KK Mann, number 9. Ella Seifert, 15. Autumn Rutkowski, the young lady we talked about, number 77. And the goalie, the senior, Abby Stott. Now we're introducing the girls in the dark uniforms. Those are brown with white and gold, the colors of the Fallston Cougars. Fallston coached by Jackie Cummings. Jackie is a graduate of Fallston, going back a couple of years. Been coaching now for, I guess she's in her 13th year, 8th year as a head coach, coming in with a 51-37 record. We talked about the players to watch. Number 2, Layla King, certainly a player to watch, along with, I guess what the other player we want to watch for them would be Olivia Parker, one of their captains. We're just about ready now to honor our country with our national anthem. We'll come back and introduce more of the Fallston players in just a moment. Janice Rhodes, just you talk about a night for field hockey. It's what, maybe 75 degrees, a little bit humid, maybe a little hot, but no wind. It's just going to be a beautiful night
and no sun. Which
no
is
sun.
Perfect hockey weather. Just to circle back on impact players on the Fallston, and you talk about Layla King, just committed to Old Dominion to play field hockey. She's quite the athlete, quite the impact player, definitely a player to watch. Also in the middle, Olivia Fox, We talk about great distributor, great ball handler, and trust me, we'll see a lot of combinations between her and Layla King throughout this game, working up on the right side of the field.
Very good. So give us a little primer, Janice, if you would. We're looking at a field that's 120 yards long. You know, it's like a football field, including the goal area. And so the kids are going to be running up and down. You have, what, 10 players on each side plus the goalie?
Exactly, just like soccer.
Yep.
It's a 100-yard field.
If you're looking at the field, there's lots of lines you're going to be aware of, but it's the yellow line, I believe, or maybe it's the blue line, huh?
It looks like it's the blue line, and you could see the circle line is blue, and usually that matches the
And Janice, that's so important, that circle. Folks aren't used to, I don't think, that you can only score from inside that 18-yard circle.
Exactly. Unlike soccer, in field hockey, yes, you must shoot the ball, or it must be scored inside that circle. So if a shot comes in from outside, even if it deflects off the goalie or off a defensive stick, as long as it was not touched by an attacker, it will not count. The goal will not count.
And we're underway, 15 minutes each quarter. The Fallston Cougars are be going from your left to the right in those darker uniforms, the brown uniforms with the gold trim. C. Milton Wright, the visitors in the white. Underway. Janice, if you're C. Milton Wright, if you're the coach for C. Milton Wright Loveless, what do you tell your team? You come in, obviously, the decided underdog, having lost to this team last year and having Fallston, having everybody back. What do you tell them? How do they compete in this game?
Well, I would definitely be telling them ride the wave from their recent very competitive win against North Harford. I tell you what, walking into this stadium, all the orange, all the chanting, all the cheering, it's very intimidating. In fact, when I was over there talking to Coach Cummings just before the game and the JV team started to chant, I smiled at her and I go, "You have no idea how intimidating that is." And she said, "I swear, we only do it to keep the line engaged." And I said, "Well, it has a dual effect then." But yeah, it's so I would tell them, you know, ride the wave, keep up the momentum, stay focused, tune everything else out, and look for the goal.
And
look
right
for the
away,
back of the cage.
Talking of the goal, Fallston on the attack, getting inside that 18-yard circle. We talked to both goalies before the game, especially the goalie for Fallston, Augie McCarthy. Augie is like the leader of that team. She's a senior, even though there's another goalie, a sophomore. Augie is the one that starts the game. She said she loves playing goalie because the pressure is on her, and she likes the pressure.
I'm glad she's got that kind of mentality and attitude, because you certainly need it in the cage. Not all goalies feel that way.
She has the goalie attitude, no question about it. C. Milton right now on the attack. The great thing about field hockey in recent times is it's a much quicker game than it used to be back in the old days where the whistle blew and everything stopped. Now the whistle blows and they just go the other way.
Yes, they've done I think from an officiating perspective, they've done an unbelievable job to speed up the game and allow the game to play on. I remember back in the day, the whistle would tweet every second, and it was very frustrating as a spectator to watch the game. Now, the umpires are taught to hold advantage, not blow the whistle immediately when it's hit someone's foot.
Janice,
hold advantage and let them have it.
Here we have a corner coming up. Talk about that. What's that involve?
So we've got 4 defenders on the back line. The rest of the team is up at the 50. And basically, you can put, the attacking team could put as many players as they want on the edge of the circle. Insertion comes in. You have to stop the ball outside the circle, bring it inside the circle, then take a shot.
Okay, and it's a great scoring opportunity. I would take it.
Absolutely. The other thing on the initial shot on corners, the ball has to be below that 18-inch backboard you see in the cage.
Okay.
If the initial shot is above it, it's called dangerous and it comes out.
And there are a lot of rules that do guard the players, because that ball is very hard. If you've ever been hit by a hockey ball, it's not a fun thing.
No, way too many times, even as an umpire.
Here's the second corner we've seen already for C. Milton Wright. Well, if you're the Mustangs, you have to be happy to be on the attack. What a goal! That came from just about the 18-yard circle line, and C. Milton Wright, just like that, has jumped ahead at 11:21.
That was an excellent shot. I believe, was that Autumn Rakowski?
I'm not sure. She'll spring the ball out,
It was
won't
a
she? And
great fast insertion, wonderful reception, dead on stop, brought the ball in, wicked shot.
we're going to give the goal to Rutkowski, we believe it was. Here is a replay, you'll be able to see it. Watch this shot coming out. Looks like it's number 3.
That is Tressa Will.
Tressa Will with the goal. She already has a goal and 2 assists coming into this game this season. So it is 1-0, C. Milton Wright with the lead, Tressa Will with the goal. Good job in the truck being able to see Tressa with the shot. I mean, that ball was stung. Nice and low. It came in, very legally.
Yep.
Well, we just saw something there, Janice, where the ball was lofted. And that's
Right, so
something kind of new.
That's called an aerial. And again, they've done from an officiating perspective, they've done a good job of making, calling the rule or changing the rules around aerials. And so now when the ball is in the air, if there is a obvious receiver, you have to give that player 5 yards to receive the ball, control the ball, and put the ball on the ground before you can engage. And we saw that happen right there.
Sydney Bowman, number 7 in the ball game. Wasn't a starter, but she's been inserted here early in the game. 10 minutes, 12 seconds. We're just about 4 minutes, 5 minutes into the game, and already C. Milton Wright.
Great stick skills there with Layla King. Did you see the little bit of back and forth pulling the ball? Then she went into a 3D skill where she lifted the ball up a couple of inches off the ground just to get it over the stick of her defenders and then penetrate the circle.
Layla King, the young lady that Janice talked about earlier, her 3rd year as a starter, just a junior, already committed to go to Old Dominion when she graduates a year from now. 12 goals and 12 assists last year. 4 goalie line saves. Her sister Jacqueline plays on this team as well. And you, having twin daughters, having coached them, here they come. Here comes Fallston. Oh, nice coming out and making the quick save. That was Abby Scott making that save. Sorry, Abby, I called her Scott. It's Abby Stott, the goalie for C. Milton Wright.
C. Milton Wright is doing a good job defensively, stopping the ball inside the circle. What they need to, where they have an opportunity to improve is when they do possess the ball inside the circle, they're clearing the ball back into the center instead of wide. So unfortunately, Fallston is just regaining the ball possession and then taking it right back into the circle.
And Janice, unlike other sports where you can stop the ball with any part of your body, if you stop the ball with your foot, you can't do that. That's, again, one of the safety rules of the game. So you have to actually stop the ball with your stick.
Correct. Automatic foul. If you,
we talked about the skill level that it takes to play this game, the refined skills that, you just don't pick up overnight.
No, lots of practice. You could tell some of these players who plays year-round and who doesn't, but you could see how fast their hands are when they're dribbling the ball or Indian dribbling or pulling right, pulling left. Some of the dodges and the elimination skills you can see from some of these players like a Layla King or a Tressa Will or Autumn Rakowski.
There's that loft you see, which is legal.
That's a great
what,
area.
5 yards away you can do that?
Yeah, you can. That was a great aerial. That was about a 30-yard aerial into space. So well played there.
Yeah, this game is really, again, if you're C. Milton Wright, how would you draw it up to start it? Yeah, get a goal. Put the pressure on your team that's coming in thinking that they are the team favorite. So right now, all of a sudden, the pressure is on Fallston. We saw the JV game that was played. It ended up being a 0-0 tie with a 5-minute overtime. So
right. I was quite surprised, actually, that the JV game, they allowed them to play overtime. That usually doesn't happen, or at least it doesn't happen in the areas that I officiate.
Another chance for a goal.
Wow.
And another goal for C. Milton Wright. That looks like number 7. That would be Peyton Gosman, who scores a goal at 7:08 now. And just like that, it is a 2-0 lead for the C. Milton Wright Mustangs. And here comes your replay. There's a silence coming on at this
initial
stadium.
shot, a second shot, goalie saved it twice, third time.
There it is. Boy, that goalie,
wonderful.
Just out of position. She could not stop that third shot. The celebration on for Peyton Gosman of C. Milton Wright. 2-0 as Gosman scores. That scoring coming at 7:08.
That's a great win for not just for Sea Milton Wright scoring, but Peyton Gossman. She was injured seriously, took a ball in the mouth
Wow.
a year or so ago, and I believe she ended up losing 2 teeth,
Wow.
having surgery to correct all of that. But to come out here and get down low in front of the cage,
Boy, beautiful
and banging
save
the
by
ball up
Stott.
against the goalie. So
Stott was
that
able
was
to
a
kick
great
that ball
save.
out of there. You can see there's some urgency now with the Cougars. They know they need to get back in this game.
Yeah.
You know, Janice, and you know better than anyone, 2-0 is a typical in score in this game. You score 2 or 3 goals, it's going to be hard to come back.
It is, but I'll tell you, one fast break,
Yeah,
and you never know.
but you don't want that third goal to score, and here come the Mustangs
Yeah.
with another chance.
I think Sea Milton Wright is doing a really nice job guarding against Layla King. One of the things that Coach Lovelace mentioned during the pregame discussions, one of her strategies had a lot to do with containing Layla and shutting her down, preventing her from getting near the cage. And I think you see Sea Milton Wright collapsing on her as soon as she possesses the ball.
That's the number 2 for the Fallston Cougars, Layla King, the young lady we talked about, her third-year starter, still just a junior. 2-0 scores by Will and by Gosman for Sea Milton Wright. We're now about 5 minutes left here in this first period of play.
That was a great clear, right outside, not up the middle.
But Sea Milton Wright is
There she goes
continuing to
again.
put the pressure on. Ball goes over to Fallston now. Cougars looking to get back into this game. They'd love to score a goal here before the end of this first period. What's the call, Janice?
They called it going the other way. I think stick hacking there.
Okay. Stick hacking meaning that
Meaning the Fallston player, when you could hear the clacking of the sticks. Sea Milton Wright possessed the ball, so as soon as you hear the clack, you know it came from the defender.
Okay.
That's a great tackle. There's
There.
another poke tackle.
Mary Hain and Elizabeth Goodman, the veteran officials. Ball is right out in front of the net. Oh, the diving save. Wow.
Great job. Great job, Fallston.
Augie McCarthy coming out and making that save. Had a great conversation with Augie before we started and talked about being a lacrosse goalie and just loving it. With nice interception and taken away by Fallston. I should say by Sea Milton Wright. That was Gosman again, number 7. Peyton is senior, 2 goals last year, 2 goals I should say already. One of the few returning starters for the Mustangs.
You can see Layla, she's got 3 players on her. I mean,
That's Layla's, the young lady, Layla King, number 2 that we've been talking about. Look at the speed and the control. You see coming up on the 3-minute mark. Fallston down the sideline.
usually when you hear a long, loud whistle like that, a card usually follows. So Sea Milton Wright lucked out there.
Olivia Parker, number 13, went down. We'll talk about...
Notice the change here. We've got Layla King now playing in the center as the attacking mid, and they moved Olivia Parker outside to the right mid.
Saw the ball hit the foot of the Fallston player and automatically goes over to Sea Milton Wright. Nice hit.
Great job.
It was Jalen King, the senior sister of junior Layla King. Here come the Cougars and the fans trying to get behind them. Nice crowd here tonight.
Yeah, very well attended.
Yeah.
A lot of energy coming from both sides of the field.
Here you see some of the crowd trying to get their team whipped up here. They realized that, you know, a loss on your home field to one of your arch rivals, C. Milton Wright. Not the kind of thing you want to do to start your season, especially when you have aspirations of not only winning your conference, but going all the way to the states.
Yeah. When I was talking to Coach Lovelace earlier, she definitely said this was the game to watch.
Kelsey Lovelace, the great coach for C. Milton Wright. Been there 7 years, 42, 24, and 2. She's won 2 region titles. And Regina Cushman, her assistant coach. I should say Reagan. Cushman.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Can't read my own writing there.
It was good circle entry from Fallston. Great pass. That's going to be a corner. Stick.
So
She
now
got a
the
stick hack
chance.
right there just before, just after she possessed the ball. That was a great call. Let's see what Fallston can do. They
This
can
is
capitalize on this opportunity.
Looks like who's going to insert the ball? It looks like one of the King sisters. Yeah, that's Jalen King,
No.
number 11.
Is it 11?
I think so, yeah.
Or 17?
My eyes sometimes deceive me. Coming up on 45 seconds left in this first period. Inside the circle.
Oh,
Open for the shot.
there
Oh,
he
it hits the
Post.
pipe and does not
Oh,
go
my.
in.
That was
Whoa.
That was a great job. I think Layla must have, 1, 2, 3 players she eliminated, pulled right after she eliminated the 2 on the inside,
see
and
the
then
replay.
got the shot off.
Off the pipe.
Right
How
off
did
the
that
post.
not go in?
Oh,
Wow.
wow. What luck.
10 seconds, 9 seconds. Oh, nice save. Boy, that bouncing ball, that's dangerous.
Yeah. That was another opportunity. That was a
And there is the end of the first period. Wow, that was exciting.
That was exciting.
How many times it's like doinking a ball off a goalpost as a kicker. You know, that ball hit on the inside of that goal. It looked like, for all intents and purposes, physics would say it has to go in, but it didn't.
I've seen that happen so many times. You're like,
Wow.
how in the heck did it hit the far post and then go laterally
Yeah.
to the other side of the field?
And it was still right in front of it. Give all the credit to Abby Stott,
Yeah.
the goalie. She came out and made a wonderful save, sort of giving up your body, if you will, on the ground.
Exactly,
was
exactly. And she had a
exciting.
player, she had a Fallston player right there on
Yep.
her post,
Yep. So
ready to tip it in.
2-0 our score here after 1 period of play. Surprising. Yeah, I think if I had told you it was going to be 2-0, you would have thought Fallston 2-0.
Exactly.
No, it's C.
exactly.
Milton Wright 2-0. Now, again, I'm going to put you in the shoes of the coaches. If you're, again, Lovelace, the coach for C. Milton Wright, how do you keep your team focused?
Well, I would be telling them right now that that quarter is over, 0-0 game. Go back out there and let's win the next quarter.
There you
You
see,
can't, it's too easy.
Excuse me, Janice, you see the C. Milton Wright, one of the assistant coaches talking to goalie Stott, trying to keep her focused. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yes,
I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Mike Tagliaferri, I believe, he's the goalie coach for C. Milton Wright. Does an excellent job working with the goalies. He's been doing that for a while now. And I'm sure he's given her some really, really good advice.
Yeah. Well, he's got to be happy with the way she played in that first period.
Yep.
Under pressure quite a bit. So now let's switch, and if you're Coach Cummings with Fallston, you're down 2-0. Surprising maybe. What do you tell your team?
Same thing. You need to forget about last quarter, regroup, refocus, stay strong, and think about what we need to do right. And some of the things that's going on with Fallston, in my opinion, I think that they're dribbling a lot more than they need to. It's a possession game. They need to pass, make small passes,
Yep.
in, out, in, out. I think a lot, if you watch all of the outlets, every time they have a free hit, the person they're looking for is Layla King. The ball's going to one person. They need to spread the love and start making using the rest of the field.
And C. Milton Wright knows that, so they double team every time the ball goes to number 2.
So I would take advantage of that. You know that Layla's going to be double and triple teamed.
Going
Look for
the
the open
same
players.
direction here in the second period. C. Milton Wright in the white going from right to left. Fallston in the dark, the brown and the gold.
I can't tell, but I'm trying to decide whether or not Layla has been moved to the right mid again.
That's Layla King, number 2 we're talking about.
All right, I see Olivia Parker's over there. Looks like she's in the middle.
Olivia Parker, one of the captains of the team, the senior, number 13.
You can see they're playing, Fallston's playing more defensive also. You know, they've got 5, 6 players sort of hanging back.
Yeah, you're down 2-0.
Yeah.
I mean, my goodness, the last thing you want to do, obviously, is go down 3-0.
So the call on that, the Milton Wright had a free hit. In order, when you're below the 25 and you have a free hit, you have to travel with the ball or pass the ball 5 yards before you can enter the circle. Milton Wright just went right into the circle, which caused the foul.
Boy, learning the rules of this game is a major thing I'm sure you have to do. That's why experience is so important, not only in high school, but having played in groups like your H2O, where you train these young players to play.
Yeah, in fact, when I was walking around trying to make my way to the coaches, I kept running into players that have participated in our H2O program. About 50% on each of the teams have been part of our program, either former or current. So
and now your twin
really
daughters
nice
are coaching that now that
yep.
you sort of
mantle has officially been passed.
Wonderful.
So
Mustangs still in control, having the ball on the offensive end. Last year, the Mustangs lost at home at Milton Wright to Fallston by a 3-0 score. So, revenge obviously on the mind of some of these players for Milton Wright.
Absolutely. Coming into the den here
Two
with the
teams,
win.
They're in the same.
Walking out with the win would be awesome.
Sorry, Janice. They're in the same division in terms of the Yuckback, but they're 1A and 2A schools, so they don't play each other in the state playoffs.
Correct.
Milton Wright is a 2A. Fallston, which surprises me, back in the day, Fallston was one of the bigger schools,
right.
is only a 1A school.
Yeah, no, now I think Coach Lovelace was telling me now Bel Air is now also in the 2A division,
yeah.
as is North Harford. So
yeah.
They've got their competition.
Yeah.
Great stick work. That's Autumn Rakowski.
Autumn
Great
Rakowski.
pick from Layla King.
Layla King.
There she goes. See here, I would be passing the ball because you're just going to continue to be chased. There you go. Open player.
Open. She's open for the shot.
Oh.
A little wide. Great
but it was
pass.
a great shot opportunity, so that was great. I think that was Ava Moffitt.
I think so, yeah. Number 4, Ava Moffitt, the sophomore. You'll see it.
There it is.
The shot is just going to go a little bit wide.
Just wide, but she did the right thing. She aimed for the opposite corner.
Yeah.
That's exactly the kind of shot you want.
Boy, and give Stott a lot of credit. She cut down the angle.
Yeah.
There was very little
She
place
was
for
anticipating it.
Yeah, for Parker to shoot.
Usually.
There's Rutkowski. What a wonderful young lady. So humble. Talked to her before the game, about how as a sophomore she's already a star. She credited her coaches, among them the H2O folks who taught her the game, and her varsity coaches, her teammates. Never once did she say, yeah, I'm pretty good.
A little factoid, both of the coaches over there are H2O coaches as well.
Okay. Yeah. How long has the H2O organization been in?
We celebrated our 20th anniversary about 2 years ago, maybe 3. So it's been
That's
a
amazing.
while. There's other programs in the county as well. There's a program called Recon that a few of the Fallston players, I believe, play for that club as well. So lots of good competition and good club avenues for players to continue to improve their game.
Yeah. And it amazes me. Some of these players are 2 and 3 sport players. How do you actually, here comes a shot from Fallston, at least they're coming up on trying to get a shot off. My question is always, how do you get good at all 3 sports when most of the players are really concentrating on one sport?
Back in the day, you used to play 3 sports and you would only play your,
Oh, a backhand shot. She caught the goalie out of, that's, Janice, tell folks about she turned her stick backwards. Still have to hit it with that blade end, but she hit it left-handed.
Has to use the flat side of the stick. But yeah, that was very deceptive. She started pulling the ball away from the goalie, and then she turned her stick and pushed it back, just missing the goal cage.
Looks like King again.
It was a corner because the defender that saved the ball, she hit the ball deliberately out of the side, off of the baseline.
Jalen King sending it out to coming out, kicking the ball. What's the whistle?
There must have been a foul or foot or something before the goalie.
So another corner coming up. Well, you get a number of corners. Sooner or later, you're going to break through.
Yeah.
Jalen King centering it. Sort of a mishit there.
See, that's what I'm talking about. See, Milton Wright, they clear the ball right up the middle. Well, that's where Fallston is. They need to go out. This is what Fallston does really, really well. When they outlet the ball, they use their sides.
Here they come.
A great stop
That's
by
Rutkowski.
That was a great stick stop.
You know, a young lady who plays, I called her a Swiss Army knife because when they need scoring, they put her up front. When
Here's
they need
Peyton
defense,
Gossman.
1-on-2. Seaman Wright still possessing the ball. Peyton Gossman, who had the 1 goal so far. Did it go in?
It did.
It did. A third goal, and you can see how upset Augie is. That ball just kind of snuck through.
Just trickled in.
Are they calling it a goal? Yes, they are. At 8:09.
Here it goes. Here it goes. So let's see if Peyton Gossman got her stick on it. Nope. So it was number 12, it looked like.
12 for that would be Josie Mooring getting credit for the goal. Wow. 3-0, that goal scoring at 8:12 of the second period. So just like that, it is 3-0 C. Milton Wright. Augie McCarthy was looking down. I don't know how that ball snuck by her.
Yeah.
Maybe she lost sight of it. Sort of trickled in.
it's not hard to do. She had 3 or 4 or 5 players in front of her.
Yeah.
Easy to lose the ball when you have all that, those bodies in front of you,
And
sort
the
of screening
equipment that
you.
you're wearing too. I mean, that's got to be bulky as well.
Exactly.
3-0. That was the score from last year's game. Oh, it was 3-0 Fallston at C.
Great
Milton.
tackle. Great tackle there by
C.
C.
Milton
Milton Wright.
Wright.
I think that was Tressa Will, it looks like.
Oh, that almost trickled
my.
through as well.
Exactly.
Whoa.
And C. Milton Wright got a stick on it inside the circle, so had that gone in, it would have counted.
Looks like they're going to call timeout to.
Looks like they're going to do a goalie swap. So Avery Lane will be coming in to replace Augie McCarthy. Avery Lane is a very, very good goalie.
As a sophomore.
As a sophomore.
Yeah.
Yep.
She played almost half the time last year, had a lot of saves.
Yep.
There you see Augie McCarthy, a picture of her kind of hyperventilating a bit over there. It is kind of humid. It's not at all hot, maybe in the low 70s, but
well, when you have all that goalie gear on you, trust me, it's
I asked her, I said,
heat up pretty
did
good.
you volunteer to be a goalie? Yeah. I mean, no, I would not volunteer. You'd have to draft me and hog tie me and, you know, maybe give me incentives.
I remember in Parks and Rec, I would ask the kids, okay, who wants to be a goalie? And one of my daughters was hiding or putting her hand up. I'm like, put your hand down.
Put your hand down.
She turned out to be a collegiate goalie and had a phenomenal career.
How
so
about that?
what do I know?
It's like in 5th grade when the teacher asks you didn't know the answer, you try to hide in the back. They always call on you.
Exactly.
My theory was act like you know the answer, they'll never call on you. That didn't work either.
That's Josie Mooring again.
Josie, who had that last goal. 3-0. C. Milton Wright scored 2 goals in the first period, 1 here in the second. As you see, coming up on the 5-minute mark.
You know, when I talked to C. Milton Wright's coach, and I asked her about, you know, what do you think? What are some of your vulnerabilities on your team? The thing she said was, we struggle with finishing in the circle. Well, they're not struggling tonight.
Oh, well, that message got through.
They're doing a heck of a job.
They are. They've had limited numbers of opportunities. They've had some, but they've cashed in on 3 of them.
Yep. And they're relentless. Once they get inside the circle, they're relentless.
And they have possessed the ball now in that offensive end, if you will, inside the 50-yard line, at least almost this entire period.
Exactly. Yeah, they're having a really strong quarter here.
I mean, Fallston had opportunities in the first period, including that one that hit the pipe, but they really haven't had a whole lot of shots. Maybe had a couple of corners, but not a lot of pressure. on Stott so far.
Yeah, if I'm Fallston, I would try to keep the ball out of the middle. Their C. Milton Wright's entire spine is very, very, very strong. In fact, that's what Kelsey Lovelace said is the strength of their team is her spine. So I'd start working the ball up the alleys, right or left.
Yep.
And keep the ball moving in, out, and until you're on the offensive third of the field, and then
score
attack.
one. You can't score 3 goals, at the same time. So you got to score a goal. That's the opportunity. Before halftime, you want to get that score at least 3-1, 3-2.
Yeah.
But
I
again,
think
the last thing you want is another goal.
A lot of frustration right now, but that was a great move. She did a little pop dodge right under her, or I'm sorry, right over her stick, over the defender stick.
Yeah, that's Ava Moffett, number 4, who brought it up. C. Milton Wright will take over. Here's Rutkowski. Autumn Rutkowski, returning starter.
The other thing they've been doing really well, C. Milton Wright, is transferring the ball. So
that's Rutkowski. What a play. She's a sophomore, already been talked about as a Division I prospect. That's pretty high praise.
She plays with confidence for sure, as does. You see Mooring doing a lot of work in there. Who's number?
Looks like 3 for C. Milton Wright. Yeah, that's Tressa Will.
Is that Ellie Haynes? And they're number 22.
4.
Working hard too.
Down goes one of the Fallston players. Jumping back up quickly. I think that's a new player in the game, number 21 for Fallston. Yeah, that's Ava Lewicki, number 21 in the ball game. Jackie Cummings, the Fallston coach, trying to keep her players fresh. Coming up on the 2-minute mark left in the half. A 3-0 lead for the Mustangs.
Ava Lewicki, she's a new player to Fallston. Actually played at Pocomoke, I believe.
Who beat Fallston last year, right?
Exactly.
In the state semifinals. Fallston won how many state titles under Alice Puckett? Like 13?
Oh gosh, I don't know, but I know it's an impressive statistic.
I think she and the Severna Park coach had a battle for the most. Oh, nice move. Down goes King. Layla King, number 2, the junior. The young lady that everybody's guarding. And as you see, 2 or 3 players, white shirts around her every time she gets the ball. Anna Adamick, number 22. Nice interception.
They need to stop clearing the ball up the middle.
I've heard you say that a couple of times. That coach
I'm
comes
sure
out.
Coach Kelsey is probably screaming at the top of her lungs.
Well, you can see the effort for Fallston. They realize that they need to put something together here. We're coming up on the 1-minute mark left.
They have an opportunity. Let's see if they can capitalize on it.
Last time they did, remember, hit that post again. Like you said, Janice, how a ball hits the inside of the pipe and comes straight across the goal and doesn't go in. I'm not sure.
Defies the laws of physics, huh?
It does. I was never good at that. So
here we go. The insertion.
Inside a minute.
Good stop. Pass to is that Moffett?
There was a high stick there, right?
So the goalie, although she saved it, she caused the ball to go up in the air, and they call that dangerous.
35 seconds. Clock continues to run.
Yeah. And even if once the clock runs out, the corner will still play out.
Okay.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
It's all right. She still has possession.
20 seconds. And now she doesn't. Boy, just like that, here comes C. Milton Wright. 12 seconds. It looks like they're going to be able to play out the first half with that 3-0 lead.
Or could they make it 4? Here. Oh, great.
Oh, nice save.
Great.
4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2-1, and that will be the end of the half.
That was a great recovery on Fallston's part.
It was, and almost a chance to score that 4th goal. Janice Rhodes, your assessment of this first half, what have you seen?
Well, I've seen C. Milton Wright coming out strong, very, very strong, very confident. Whatever they did leading up to this game, and as I said, they came off a really competitive game, a great win against North Hartford. So their confidence was high walking in. And when I walked by the players, like I said, they were just projecting and oozing confidence. So that was good. When Fallston, I think after the first goal, which happened very early in the game,
it did, 11-21.
I think that concerned them. They probably got into their heads a little bit. By the time the second goal went in there, you can see just the body language. Also, I pointed out to you a lot, even on the outlet, when they had a free hit coming out, usually you only see 3 people in the back, and then maybe the defensive center mid back there. But no, you had 6 or 7 players back there just like not very confident they could get the ball out of the defensive end.
Well, Janice, 30 minutes left, so Fallston has every opportunity to come back, but yet they have to get it together. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back with second half action from Fallston. It's C. Milton Wright leading by a score of 3-0. Well, we're back with you as the second half is just underway at Fallston High School. The Fallston Cougars down by 3-0 to C. Milton Wright. They've switched sides. It's the white-shirted C. Milton Wright Mustangs going from left to right. Fallston from right to left. Right now, Janice, it is desperation time. If you're Fallston, you cannot let them score again. You've got to get on the mark.
You have to start out strong, come out strong. We saw at the beginning of the game, or beginning of the second half, Layla King just took possession of the ball. Carried the ball down to about the 25-yard line and before she got stripped.
Yeah. I mean, we talked about during the break, you know, what you can do, and it does, again, look like C. Milton Wright is playing great team ball, looking for each other, passing the ball. Fallston seems to be, you know, relying on 1 or 2 players.
Yeah, hopefully we'll see the second half is a whole lot of
Boy,
passing.
They are starting off strong.
Wow.
Really
Avery
swarming.
Lane doing a phenomenal job there.
That was
hit the ground and had about 3 saves while on the ground.
Amy Stott. That almost was that 4th goal.
Yeah, she did a phenomenal job.
She did. Is that Lane playing in the goal?
It is, Avery Lane.
Yeah, she came in about halfway through the first half. Don't know if Augie had some health problem or difficulty. It looked like she was having trouble breathing over on the sideline.
It sure did, yeah. I hope everything's okay.
Yeah. Boy, what a great stop, though. If that goal had gone in and you're down 4-0, my goodness. You know, it's nothing's impossible. You can score goals, but 4 goals in a field hockey game, wow.
You can see already inside 2 minutes of the second half, they're peppering the Fallston goalie here, Avery Lane. Now they're setting up for a corner.
Rutkowski to put the ball in play.
Nice insertion. Got the shot off.
Did that go in?
Nope. Looks like it's a defensive hit coming out.
Yeah, it looked like they got by the goalie, but it was saved by one of the defensive players.
Yeah.
There you see number 2 walking out. Layla King.
Although it looks like some confusion out there, but the umpire definitely called a defensive hit coming out. So
Fallston dodges a bullet again.
Yes, they do.
That's 2 chances that C. Milton Wright had to go up 4-0.
Goes Layla.
Layla King coming up the middle.
Unfortunate. Quick start. C. Milton Wright gets rid of the ball. Great pass.
Obstruction. Anytime you put your body between your opponent and the ball, they're going to call obstruction.
Yes.
Again, one of those safety rules about, you think about most sports, that's what you want to do, put yourself between the opponent and the ball, not in field hockey.
No.
You've got to put the ball right out in front of you and say, go ahead, take it.
Exactly. You have to give your opponent a chance to take the ball. Actually, they changed the rule a little bit. As long as you're moving with the ball and you maintain possession of it, you could put your body there.
See Milton Wright again in the attack area.
That's Peyton Gossman. Pass. Oh, great slide tackle, Avery Lane. Great stick stop by the defender.
Boy, Lane was out of position entirely. Great defense by Fallston.
Yeah, Avery did the right thing, came out, took on the slide tackle and made the initial save. And when that happens, you expect your defensive line to get behind you and protect the cage.
Yeah. So Milton Wright now has had 3 great opportunities as we begin the second half. Already up by 3-0. And again, if I were to tell you that Fallston had the returning players, Fallston had a 3-0 win last year. Fallston, here you see the
great
replay.
Slide tackle.
Look at that great save.
Second shot.
Wow. I mean, give the credit to Avery. Is it Avery Lane? I'm sorry.
Avery Lane, yes.
Yeah, thank you. Who's the sophomore
goalie. Here comes Fallston, making some great move. Good cut.
Open. Stock comes out, makes the save.
Fallston did a nice job there. Very nice job. Still trying to get right back into the circle. You could hear the cheers from the sideline over at Fallston.
Oh,
they certainly have the energy.
Trying to get, as I'm now putting on my portable light, it gets a little dark here at Fallston. Janice, you just keep going while I take my headset off just one moment.
No problem. So there goes Milton Wright. Possessing the ball, bringing it down the middle. All right into the defender. Fallston reclaiming the ball and pulls up the foul. Fallston free hit. Taking it back to the 20.
And don't be too good because, you know, I need this job.
Right.
Oh, sorry. So what do you think of my headset light here?
Oh, wow.
Pretty cool, huh?
Where can I get one of them?
It does get a little dark here at Fallston.
All
We're in
right,
the stand
Fallston's making
area.
some good passes.
Yeah,
there
they
they go. Okay.
It seems like Fallston now has gotten that
just a
spark of
little
energy.
bad luck here.
That blue line is the out of bounds line.
It is.
Janice, we haven't talked about the field. Nice takeaway by Fallston. But this field is it's a turf. Excuse me, it is a turf
Grass
field.
turf. Yep.
Yeah, and it is such a blessing if you're a field hockey player. In the old days when you're playing on grass and you hit a rut and the ball bounced, now the ball rolls clear.
Yeah, I think that's why the game has changed dramatically. I mean, it's so much easier now to control the ball, possess the ball, do some nice things.
I think
quick sticks.
These young people, you know, you, Janice, who graduated in 1983 from Aberdeen, they wouldn't believe you if you told them the conditions you played in. Muddy fields, rutty fields.
Cow fields.
that area around the goal will just become so worn. Now they play football, they play lacrosse, they play, you know, field hockey, they play all the field sports on the same field under the lights.
Oh.
I think we've lost our picture here momentarily.
Fallston coming out. Oh, with a big hit. But Milton Wright was quick to pick it right up.
And we're back with you.
Here's Layla doing what she can to try to get the ball out of their defensive end.
Yeah, Layla King, number 2.
Got stripped by the ball.
The young lady that we've been talking about, who is the star, unquestioned star of Fallston. I mean, they have a bunch of other players, but Layla is the one that they look to, and Milton Wright knows that, and they've done a good job of taking it away.
Good pickup from Milton Wright.
Mustangs taking the ball back. Again, I think we've lost our picture here. We're working on it. Our crack crew with HarfordTV. There we have it back.
Goes. Great tackle.
Mustangs just seem to be relentless. They, you know, will not give up.
She drew the foul there, so it should be Fallston's ball. Yep.
Dave Grimm, you may see him up there in the press box. Dave is the great volunteer here at Fallston in their Ring of Honor. Dave greeted us. He was one of the first people that came over and said, "You again." I think that was a little rude, but always good to see Dave.
So you notice that Milton Wright, the last few minutes, they've been really working the ball on the left side of the field. That's okay, but we have to remember that their left side of the field is Fallston's strong side of the field.
Nice
so
save.
Really want to
try
to work the ball up your right side.
But Lane has played a great third
Another
period.
great save by Avery Lane, yeah.
Gosh, we're coming up on the...
She's using all the moves, too. Slide tackle, all kinds of things.
Yeah, there she is. Sophomore. Played about half the time last year, so she's not just like your regular sophomore. As a freshman, she already had like 88% save percentage last year.
Yeah, she saw a lot of action.
Coming up on the 5-minute mark, we're in the third period.
There comes Milton Wright, right back into the circle. She's going to try to draw the corner.
Fallston has been on the defensive. Well, they've had one offensive move this entire period. Talking about Fallston, Milton Wright has just kept the pressure on.
She kept it in. It's Morgan Thomas with the ball there.
Janice, we go back to last weekend, the Alice Puckett tournament, and Milton Wright lost one and tied one, whereas Fallston ended up, winning two, I think?
I think they had a win and a tie.
A win and a tie. They tied John Carroll. But even there, the teams that Milton Wright lost to, Fallston either tied or won. So coming into the game, you had every reason to think that Fallston was the favorite team. Milton Wright has just played a wonderful game.
They really have. They've been passing the ball really well. They haven't been dribbling too much. When they see open space, they take the ball, but otherwise they've been passing.
And they've had the ball on this end of the field.
There's a shot. Oh, great save.
Oh, diving.
And they
Does
got
it go in?
there.
It did go in. It's 40 seconds left in this period. Who are they crediting with the goal? Not sure.
See if we can see.
We'll try to get that goal score for you. With that ball.
But Avery Lane had a great save. She had a diving save first.
You'll see
another save on the ground. There's the first one.
There's the one.
Oh, okay. The player had second. And then it just sort of bounced over her glove and into the cage.
Looks like it was number 13. And that's Reagan Wegman Venizelos. I'm sorry, Reagan. Reagan Wegman Venizelos. Number 13. I had a chance to talk to her before the game. These kids are just wonderful people.
Right.
Besides being great athletes, they're just very humble and, really outstanding kids that you'd be proud to be associated with.
I believe Reagan just started playing field hockey. I believe in her 9th or 10th grade season. She was a former soccer player, so she's done amazing for someone who's only played the sport a year or two. There it goes. Wow.
That would have been a chance.
That was a great job by Layla. She's decided to take it. She was just taking on everybody, eliminated a lot of players, and actually got the shot off. Almost went in. But she did force the corner.
So the goal by Reagan Benatellis, and that makes it now 4-0. We're about 2 minutes and 50 seconds counting left here in this third period. Boy, 4-0. Janice, I know you've probably been in games where you've been down 4-0, and have you been able to come back from that kind of deficit?
You just can't relax. If I'm Milton Wright and I have a 4-0 lead, I'm still not relaxing.
I am nervous. What could go wrong?
A lot can happen.
Especially when
Fallston
you're playing.
Needs one goal.
Yeah.
One goal.
Good point.
Once they get the goal, they're going to find some momentum, and they're going to.
Yeah.
You might see some things change here, but they need to get that first goal. Here's Layla again. Great 3D skills. Just going in with the reverse.
That's that. Yeah, you mentioned that, how she turned her stick. You've still got to hit it with the flat side of the stick.
Or the edge. You can hit when you saw in that instance. She did a reverse shot, which meant she flattened her stick and then she hit the edge of the stick.
There's
took the
Layla
shot that
King.
way.
young lady we've been talking about, number 2. Third-year player, headed for Old Dominion, 12 goals, 12 assists last year.
So there was a 5-yard call. It's the first one I've seen them call this entire game.
And really, this is the first time Fallston has had a real scoring threat in this entire third period. Minute 33 and counting left in the third period.
Yeah, these last 5 minutes or so, they've really been taking charge.
Yeah.
In the offensive end.
Seabelt Wright coming away with the ball.
There's Reagan.
Fallston reversing field.
There goes Layla King.
Every time she gets the ball, it looks like 2 or 3 white shirts on her.
Great defense there.
Take it away.
She got stripped.
Trying to get the number of that young lady who took the ball away. Looks like
that was
24.
Alexa Faber.
It is, yeah, Alexa Faber.
Really good defense. Really nice defense. She's
Alexa
nice and low on the ground.
Headed to Connecticut. She's going to play lacrosse up at UConn.
Yeah, you can see she's quite the athlete.
Yeah. An example we talked about multi-sport players. Nine seconds, 10 seconds left, less than 10, now less than 5. We're going to end the third period with that 4-0 lead. Seamilton Wright scored 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third. They're up by 4-0. Wow. I've said that before, haven't I? Wow, that's my commentator's official term. Wow.
Yeah, but I think the star of the third quarter, though, at least on the defensive end, is definitely Avery Lane.
Yeah.
What a great job in the cage she's been doing. Lots of amazing saves.
Yeah, and that's Fallston, again, trailing as much as they are. They could have been down further had not Avery Lane made some great saves.
Yeah.
And give out credit also to Abby Stott. Not nearly as much pressure on the Seamilton Wright goalie, but when she's had pressure, she stepped up and played well.
Yep, she sure did.
What an exciting night for field hockey here in Harford County. The Fallston Cougars, one of the favored teams to maybe go to a state run this year, being challenged by Seamilton Wright. You got to give the Mustangs credit. This is a young team, Janice. I think we're seeing a young team mature before our very eyes.
Absolutely. I've got to believe Kelsey Lovelace is very, very happy with her team. Not just because they're winning, but definitely they've been playing so well.
Remember, they come in at 3-0. They defeated Perryville. They defeated Patterson Mill and, as you said, North Harford. And North Harford, one of the very well-respected teams in the county. Right. So now, if they can win this, stay the last 15 minutes, maintain that 4-goal lead or win by whatever, they would be a team to be reckoned with.
Absolutely. Hopefully they're looking to set the tone for the rest of the season here and going into the playoffs eventually.
Yeah, and if you're Fallston, a team again that came in with all the accolades, this is a wake-up call for you, certainly, to let you know that nothing's easy. Just because you're a returning starter doesn't mean that, they're going to hand it to you.
Right. As I said at the beginning of the second half, rather, if I were Coach Jackie, I would be asking the team, you got to move the ball up the sidelines, get it out of the middle of the field. That's exactly where the strength of Seamilton Wright's team lies, in the middle of the field. So you want to keep it away from them, work the ball up the alleys, and then
I think that was Lane,
to the circle
that we saw.
Avery Lane, yep.
Yeah, Avery Lane coming in, so she'll be playing in the fourth period. Played very well, giving up that 1 goal there in the third period. So here we go, 15 minutes left in this contest. If you're Seamilton Wright, like you said, don't take the foot off the gas. It's not over.
Exactly. And the last 5-7 minutes of the third quarter, Fallston has done a really nice job. They've been in the offensive end.
And the 1 goal that Seamilton Wright scored, sometimes that happens where it was I don't want to say a fluke goal, but not a goal that you can say, well, somebody made a great play. She just kept relentlessly going after the ball.
Exactly. Here goes Fallston again. Really nice job into the circle.
Need that goal.
Oh, too bad. I think they were looking to get a corner.
Like you said, Janice, to crack the ice, they need that one goal.
Exactly.
And if you're C. Milton, you know, put another goal on the board, and you can really put this game away. You're playing on the opponent's field. As you said, the fans at Fallston, rabid fans, making a lot of noise, and they've come in here and they've just taken it to them.
They sure have. Well, they've been keeping their eye on the ball, focusing and tuning all the orange and all the chatter out and focusing on their game.
And you made a very good point when when Will, I should say, Tressa Will scored that goal at 11:21 very early in the game. It just seemed to set the tone for the rest of the game. And then they came back and scored another goal in that first period.
Within minutes, yes.
You're down 2-0 before you really have a chance to settle into the game. Does it sound
Again,
like we're impressed with C. Milton Wright's play tonight?
just a little bit.
Yeah.
But I have to say, though, again, Fallston, last 7 minutes of the third quarter and the beginning of this quarter, they've had some good possession and, oh, almost another goal. But Fallston's been working the ball up the field and into their offensive third, and hopefully they'll be able to capitalize on that here shortly.
12 minutes and 50 seconds, as you see, and counting left in this game. Intercepted by C. Milton Wright.
Great pass there by C. Milton Wright. Goalie lost the ball. It was under her.
Boy, give Lane all the credit in the world.
There she goes, another save.
She has been under tremendous pressure. Again, a sophomore. You can see her there waving that left hand. Young lady, you have played a whale of a game against great pressure by C. Milton Wright.
She really has. And she came in, when did second half? Or
yeah, right in the second period. I think it was like, right toward the end of the second period after they were down 3-0.
She came in cold, and the shots have not stopped coming.
What
Right, another
save.
Shot.
Lane, it not kicked out of there. It was right in front of the net.
Great stick save by, and great clear. Oh.
Almost kicked in by their own player. Not sure what she was trying to do, kick it back to the goalie.
I'm not sure what happened there. I don't know whether Avery thought that the play was over or it had gone out, but she seemed to have stood upright. I wasn't sure what was going on there.
Another corner coming up.
So you have Tressa Will inserting the ball. Let's see who's taking the shot.
Tressa Will, just a sophomore. That's a mistake. The ball skipped right over the stick. So Fallston now with a chance.
They're making a great fast break here. Got rid of the ball. Nice pass.
Unlike soccer, no offside. You can be in front of the as an offensive player. And just like that, C. Milton takes it away. Is that Rutkowski?
I'm trying to see.
A number.
Yeah. Can't see if that's 14 or 24.
Ball goes out of bounds.
14.
And the clock
Olivia
continues
Fox.
to run. Unlike other sports where the clock stops when it goes out of bounds, oh no, that clock continues to run. If you see Milton Wright, Janice, do you start thinking about stalling a bit?
You know, it's funny you ask that because,
taken away by
interception
Fallston.
pass.
Down goes the Fallston player, and the Fallston fans wanted a penalty, didn't get it.
The umpire was right there. She obviously has the best view, and if she didn't see any foul happen, then even though it looked bad from the spectator's point of view.
And of course, you're hoping at that point, if you're a spectator, you're looking for a break.
Right.
Mary Hain and Elizabeth Goodman, we haven't called their name too often. Usually that's good when an official doesn't get their name called.
I think the officiating has been very, very good, very
Excellent.
strong. And
And
they've kept the game safe,
Yep.
and they've let them play on.
And a clean game played by both teams.
Another circle entry and a corner.
Yeah.
Here's the opportunity they've been looking for. Let's again see if they can capitalize on it.
9 minutes counting left in the contest. 4-goal deficit by Fallston. You don't want those seconds to tick away. Clock is moving. Looking for that one goal that can break the ice.
Trying to see who's inserting the ball there.
Hard to see the
Hard
numbers.
to see the numbers, yep.
Okay, they're inside.
Looks like it's going to be a long hit. Fallston will maintain possession of the ball.
Clock
They have
continuing
to take
roll.
a ball at the 25. They have to move the ball 5 yards before they can hit it into the circle. So she blew the whistle because the ball did not travel 5 yards before it entered the circle.
Wow.
And that's just unfortunate that that occurred.
Here comes C. Milton Wright.
It's an interception by Fallston. Now they're working the ball in the alley, inside. Oh, they tried to get it inside to Layla.
That was Olivia Parker, number 13, trying to make the play. One of the captains of the team. 3-year starter. Mustangs ball.
Looks like Tressa Will is going to take that free hit. Or
Again, a sophomore. Will, a sophomore. Rutkowski, also an underclassman.
a sophomore, yep.
Yeah. So if I'm C. Milton Wright's opponents coming up, I'm going to say, whoops. Getting ready to go 4-0 if they can maintain this advantage.
You can see Tressa Will trying to get the ball up to her forward, Reagan.
Great takeaway. C. Milton Wright's ball.
Here we go with Josie Mooring with the pass. Now you see Tressa Will trying to dribble through about 3 Fallston sticks there. And she comes up with the ball again.
Tressa Will, the returning
And she
starter,
hits the ball
as
into
a
the circle.
freshman.
See Milton Wright with the ball.
Another great save. Here come the Cougars. Coming up on the 6-minute mark. Looks like number 8, huh?
Is that Cameron? Here.
Inside 6 minutes.
It's got a side in for C. Milton Wright. Let's see if they could get it into the circle. Again, under the 25, they've got to move the ball 5 yards before they go into the circle.
That clock now is the friend of C. Milton Wright. Coming up on the 5:30 mark.
That's a great clear by Fallston. Almost to the 40-yard line.
Cougars have to score that goal. I mean, what a monumental
They've had
task.
opportunities. They
They have.
certainly have had some opportunities.
And Stott has done a great job for C. Milton Wright. We haven't mentioned her quite as much as we have Avery Lane, because Lane has been under constant pressure.
And she's come up big.
Yeah, allowed only 1 goal in, 2.5 periods.
And she's probably taken on about 15 shots.
Mhm. Here comes
Here
the
it goes.
Cougars.
Great stick work there by Fallston.
Oh. Apologize, sometimes the numbers are a bit hard to see.
Looks like that was Ava Lewicki, a new player at Fallston from Pocomoke. It's Olivia Parker trying with a quick restart. Unfortunately, the ball was given to Milton Wright. Nice takeaway from Olivia.
Morgan
Great pass.
Thomas.
There goes Ava again.
Stott.
Stott with the save.
King.
There's a shot and a
goal. There's
there
the goal
you
you've
go.
been looking for. Right at the 4:01 mark. Finally, Fallston
Great job. Great
breaks
shot.
into the scoring. See if we can see who got that goal.
I believe it was Layla King.
That would be number 2 if that's Layla. We think that's who it was. Give her credit for the time being. At 4:02, here you'll
There
see
she goes with the
that's
start.
King.
Gets it in the circle. Right
Oh,
foot shot.
What a
Awesome.
shot.
And to the opposite corner.
That ball, I mean, Stott had no chance at all. That ball was going
Yeah.
low and hard.
That was a great shot.
So Layla King had 12 goals and 12 assists last year. Breaks into the scoring column for Fallston. Down 4-1 with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left.
Was Ellie Haynes with the ball. And another corner.
Giving
You can see Avery Lane came out strong again.
I
Another
mean,
slide tackle.
just taking her body like, okay, hey, I'm just getting everything. I'm down 4-1. Chances of my team winning are pretty slim, but I'm not giving up. You know, you have to be proud of that kind of effort.
Absolutely. I know my daughter Sydney is watching this game, and she trains Avery, and I'm sure she's smiling from ear to ear, taking great pride.
That's, well, she has really done
Well,
a
that's the
tremendous
second
job.
time Milton Wright has missed the reception on the great save.
It's a,
Oh, just missed.
yeah.
Just
Lane came
missed.
out, made the one save,
Mhm.
but then the second try went wide. There she is, number 55, Avery Lane.
Fallston's got to get this ball out. Unfortunately, with their outlet, Milton Wright is right in their way.
2 minutes, 20 seconds, counting down to the end of this contest. Goals by Tressa Will, Peyton Gosman, Josie Mooring, and Wayman Venetolis. Wakeman Venetolis, I get that name correct. For the Milton Wright Mustangs, and the goal for Fallston by Layla King.
Yeah, Vinny Solis. Yep. Oh, there it is.
Another goal. That's the 5th
Number
goal.
5.
142.
Let's see who got the tap. It looks like it was Peyton Gossman. At
If-
least that's who everyone's shaking hands with. Or
If that's true, that is her second goal. She got the second goal back in the first period. And now she scored to make it 5-1.
Here we go. That was a great pass. Hits. Yep, that
Yep.
was a great initial shot by number 22, Ellie Haynes, off the goalie, and the rebound was Peyton Gossman with the goal.
Gosman, yep. Peyton had 2 goals coming into this. Now she's got 4 for the season in 4 games. Coming up on the 1 minute mark.
See if Layla can do it again. Oh, great save
That shot, was that inside
by
the circle?
Stotts. It looked like it was just outside,
Yeah.
actually.
Coming up on the 1 minute mark.
Stripped from the ball. Folson's got it again.
Nobody's given up. This game's a matter of just playing out the string.
No one's around her. If no one is within 5 yards, it doesn't matter how high her stick goes, and even if she misses the ball,
Good point.
it's not dangerous. And that's why the umpire held her whistle.
So Milton Wright will go to 4-0 on the year. Fallston 1-2. So the Mustangs have come into the Fallston Den. That's what they call the gymnasium. They have a name for this. The pit, maybe? And, she came into hostile territory at least. And, as you said, the fans screaming for their team. And they have just played well.
They did. I mean, you got to give credit where credit is due. And C. Milton Wright definitely came in and played one of the strongest games I've seen them play.
Last few seconds of the game.
Another save by Stotts.
How many saves has she had tonight? 1 second, and that is the end of the game as the C. Milton Wright Mustangs storm the field, congratulating each other as well they should on a 5-1 win to go to 4-0 on the season. And the Fallston Cougars 1-2. They again, we talked about coming of age. I think C. Milton Wright, this team found out that they can play with the best teams, beating North Harford and now beating Fallston 2 games in a row.
Yeah, this certainly should boost their confidence going into next week's competitions. Fallston, they've got some real talent on this team. And, sometimes sometimes the game just doesn't go your way.
Yeah.
Things just don't go your way. And unfortunately, I think that's what played out here. Again, with C. Milton Wright scoring early in the game and then a second goal going in relatively soon afterwards.
Yep.
I think that sort of got in their head a little bit. It might have deflated them a little bit. And next thing you know, they're playing on their heels more than on their toes.
11:21, Tressa Will with a goal. 7 minutes, it was Peyton Gosman. Then Mooring scores in the second period. It is 3-0 at the half. Wayman Venetullis scores in the third period, makes it 4-0. Finally, a goal by Layla King at 4:01 of the final period for Fallston. And then Gosman getting her second goal, that coming at 1:42 left in the game. And that builds our final score of 5-1. Give credit to Coach Lovelace and her team. Just a wonderful performance by the Mustangs. And for Fallston, they'll regroup. They'll be good. And let's say that they just maybe got a lesson in humility tonight, huh?
Yeah, it's early in the season. This, will show. I'm sure she's going to be reviewing a lot of film and picking up or figuring out where they need to pick up the game.
Well, Patrick Mull, we thank you so much, the AD here at Fallston, for your hospitality, making us very welcome here. Janice Rhodes, wonderful job. Thank you for keeping us straight here, for giving us all the rules and regulations of the game. I'm impressed with both teams. The Mustangs, certainly the team of the hour.
Absolutely. All right.
Thank you all for tuning in. Don Morrison along with Janice Rhodes. Stay tuned all season long for Harford Sports on HarfordTV. Good night, everyone.